Hey Libra, welcome to your second reading for November. This is a general reading for the collective of Libra, Sun and Rising, bringing you lovely messages, and this will be the last reading before the Thanksgiving holiday here in the States, and then I'll see you on the flip side. So if you do celebrate, I'm sending you so much love and warm wishes for a happy Thanksgiving. I am thankful for you and grateful for you, so please, from my heart and my home to your heart and your home, happy, happy. This is not going to resonate with everybody. It's not possible to resonate with everybody. So if it doesn't, and you're here as the Libra Sun, please consider watching the reading in this series that aligns with your rising sign, or be a cross-watcher. Watch the Sun or rising readings for your divine counterpart. Sometimes really good messages come through that way for you. Pulling two cards from, I always forget the name of it, Soul Coaching Oracle. Just sweet little messages, something for you to reflect on, contemplate. Perfect card here. Okay, so masculine gets action. I step into my glorious future with determination and power. And it's fascinating here, Libra, because the photo, the little graphic in the middle, she's got a bow and arrow, right? Shooting toward the star. We just stepped into Sagittarius season, and that bow and arrow is the glyph for Sagittarius. So how perfect. And the Sag season is all about adventure and action and passion and excitement. So I hope you find the alignment of this for the masculine. I step into my glorious future with determination and power. Perfect. And then feminine, you get breakthrough. I soar into limitless love, light, and joy. Big breakthrough. And for me, the breakthrough card is usually the Ace of Swords. It's just like epiphany, an aha moment, something that kind of a bolt out of the blue that gets your attention and leads to a major breakthrough. So I'm just going to leave these here for you to look at. And then one card for the Libras watching from Sacred Traveler. So the way I'm telling people to use this one is at the end of the month we have a full moon solar eclipse. Kickoff for eclipse season begins. So it'll be a lot of powerful energy. Full moons are all about release, what you want to release. And so are eclipses, actually. So I say take the energy of this card and figure out what would need to be released in order to stay on your path. So I will explain. Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. Okay, so this would suggest impasse can be the Two of Swords, right? It's like you're reaching this moment where you're at an impasse and a decision has to be made. You're at a crossroads, perhaps. But in this scenario, redirect it, reflect and redirect your energy. So what I would say, what you have to release is maybe some energy of raging against the machine, right? Like if you hit a brick wall, the tendency is to want to dominate the wall, right? Must get over that wall, must break through that wall. And sometimes the impasse is put on our path for a reason. So you are being asked to reflect and redirect. So that would be all about your intention setting. But the release, what are you releasing, is that sense of dominance over the unmovable force. So very appropriate for Libra, by the way. I have lots of Libra in my chart. That's why I'm laughing, because I know that side of me comes from there. It's all right. I got a stellium in Libra. I got a lot of planets in Libra. Third house. Explains a little bit. Okay, so dear Libra. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to start pulling your spread. We are looking at twin flame soulmate messages for Libra, Sun, and Rising. Oh, there's a little stuck energy and patience. Perfect. Okay, I'll show you the cards in a minute. Wow, Judgment. Knight of Pentacles. Devil energy. Capricorn and the Devil. Scorpio over here in Judgment. Three of Wands, three, a lot of threes here, and the King of Swords. So, what I'm seeing here is, by the way, feel free to flip it around. So if I get through this whole side and it speaks to you and you're like, that's totally what's going on for me, but I'm the feminine, that's okay. So just come here. If you're here as a Libra, which side speaks to you more? Which side of the spread speaks to your experience? The other side would then be your divine counterpart. Kind of works the same way for cross watchers too, unless I'm really feeling strongly of which side is the Libra. But that's up to you to decide. It's a general reading for the collective. Okay, Four of Pentacles is about boundaries, guardedness, lines in the sand, like that hand that comes out that only lets someone get so close. But what it's mainly about is that self-protection, not wanting to reveal one's full hand and keeping things pretty close to the vest. And if you notice that center pentacle, he's got a vice grip there, almost self-protective of the heart chakra. And their experience in the connection right now is slow and steady wins the race. They are moving forward, but really, really slowly, very methodically and deliberately, possibly even with a plan. And it's coming on the heels of the Judgment card, second chances, forgiveness, answering the call of the past life soulmate. And then we have the opposite energy. I mean, if you kind of look at these two cards, they're very similarly laid out, except we have one energy here. This energy pulls down. This energy lifts up. Okay, so I feel that the Capricorn energy here in the strength in the Devil card is possibly some old patterns. It can be karmic energy, it can be a person, but it can just also be like a pull to backwards to old patterns and keeping yourself sort of enslaved to the patterns of the past. Right now, we've got a feminine in the Seven of Pentacles, very patient, waiting for things to unfold organically. But their present experience of the connection is they're kind of heartbroken, heavy-hearted. And in the past, another three of Wands, manifesting, ships coming in. But I kind of feel something went off the rails here, and they were put on ice. And that's what their heart is heavy about. So as you're manifesting and you finally think things are coming to fruition, and then you're told, wait, you got to wait. That can be, you know, so it doesn't have to be a third party, but it can be. That has shown up in your readings in the past, so I wouldn't be surprised. And we have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy right there. Someone who, it can be someone who is very keen on living up to their own high ideals and standards. I just pulled these away because someone told me in a comment that when I shuffle up here, it's like loud and annoying because the microphone. I just remembered. So the King of Swords can often be cool and aloof and not as warm and fuzzy. They are very much strategists, high-minded, big thinkers, and it's all about integrity and honor and character. Their reputations are important to them. These are people who tend to pledge an oath to the highest and best virtue, or they are in the military or the legal profession or law enforcement, right? People that pledge an oath to something higher than themselves or bigger than themselves. Does that make sense? So it's I just did it again. Sorry. Trying to be sensitive to that which annoys people. But I got to shuffle, right? So let's look and see what's going on. There's definitely impasse energy here in that Four of Pentacles. And it's, yeah, I think they're healing. Star. I think they're healing. They've got their guard up, their walls up. Very feeling self-protective. The Star, Aquarian energy in the Star. And there's a Knight of Swords. So some effort here to clear something up. The Knight of Swords, swift motion, swift action taking toward a truth, or to some resolution of something that's not clear, lacking clarity. Swords, that's your card in terms of the element, Libra. But they're afraid. Yep. And the Tower and the 5. So something's gone wrong here, Libra, I feel. We have the Moon, the Tower, and the 5 of Cups underneath. So when I pull from underneath, for those who are new, this is sort of like your subconscious energy. It's what motivates us. It's not really all in conscious awareness, but it's sort of like hovering there, just bubbling up under the surface. There's things here this masculine feels is hidden. They have fears around it, or insecurities are being triggered. There's this Tower moment that's happening right now, and there's a lot of regret. So something's blowing up, and I feel that's why they threw all the walls up. And they're sort of really self-protective, and like I almost feel like somebody's here licking their wounds. That's what it feels like to me. Taking the time to kind of hunker down and lick their wounds from something that that did not go well. A big blow up. Lots of regret about it. I mean, when you look at the 5 of Cups and see that castle there, it almost looks like the Tower. So the Tower's first, kaboom, and then the distance, right? In hindsight, looking back on it, disaster, right? All the cups knocked over, regret. How did I let that happen? Or why did that have to happen, depending on where the breach came. But there's regret there. And that's why in the past there was this opportunity. Judgment, being called up, answering the call. Usually forgiveness and second chances. Yes, and a brand new beginning here, Libra. This is pretty big. The Ace of Pentacles. Wow. And Temperance, Sagittarian energy. More patience. But it's divinely guided patience here. And I feel that this masculine saw the potential of a new opportunity. And was patiently awaiting for things to kind of come into flow. You know how you do that, where you're sort of reading the room, you're reading the energy of the other person, and you're patiently waiting for everything to come into balance. So that's what was going on in the past. And right now they're kind of moving at a real slow pace with this Knight of Pentacles, not wanting to make a false move. No false moves, because everything's already right bubbling up under the surface, about to blow. At least that's what they're afraid of. That's why they're moving very slowly. Eight of Swords. Stuck, feeling trapped. Wow, Death card. I feel like something's ending here, yes. 3 of Cups. So we have a transformation. Yeah, the thing that has to kind of go away so that something new can take its place is this 3 of Cups. That's what's being transformed. But this masculine is sort of feeling stuck. They don't know their next best step. And that makes sense. That's why they're moving slow and deliberately and responsibly and almost predictably and kind of working on a plan. The transformation will probably result in the pulling apart of the third party energy. And that is not going to be very easy. That's why they're all nervous up here. That's why they're very guarded, trying to get out ahead of something, that Knight of Swords, to kind of resolve something quickly before everything blows. So it's almost like they can sense the impending doom. They're trying to get out ahead of it, but they've got to be very guarded and careful in order to do so. Show me the Devil, please, in the future. Devil and a Queen of Pentacles. Wow. All right, so I'm almost feeling like the third party energy, right? Two's company, 3's a crowd. We have a masculine, and then we have a Queen of Pentacles, and we have a twin flame, Four of Wands. So for many of you, this Queen of Pentacles may represent the masculine's wife or long-term partner, someone that they've been with a while, or that they're committed to, exclusive with, right? Feminine archetype of life partner versus the twin. So that is definitely a karmic pattern here. Yes, and here's the Emperor underneath. So Divine Masculine is definitely feeling either tied to, do you see what I'm saying? The Eight of Swords with the Devil energy is trapped. This is trapped. I'm trapped. This one is self-imposed, right? Because overthinking things, trying to mentally process your way through without dealing with emotions, is overthinking things. This big transformation is underway with regard to this third-party energy, okay? But in the future, someone is not going to let go. It could be this masculine because they come out underneath. Masculine may want to keep third-party energy going. In the absence of that, then they are really trying to have to deal between a Queen of Pentacles and a twin flame. Not that they're not the same person. That's not, there's too many threes. We have threes over here. We got the Three of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Three of Wands. Well, this is very aligned. Seven of Pentacles with the Judgment. So waiting for the second chance. Patiently waiting for that to evolve, for that to kind of roll out organically. Judgment, Page of Pentacles, baby steps here. Can also be, for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you it could be forgiveness wrapped around breadcrumbing, right? Someone whose offers are always so small and that don't feel like they're enough, and there may be some forgiveness around that. Or second chance. But the Page of Pentacles can mean a lot of different things, and the way I'm feeling it's coming through is that this feminine is patiently waiting for the second chance and for a fresh start. Like, let's just take baby steps here. We don't need to jump to the Ace of Pentacles, which is over here in the past. That might have been the problem. Might have been like going from 0 to 100. Yeah, underneath I will take the Hierophant, Taurus energy, and the Hierophant is definitely about being true to oneself. It is a card of commitment, of conventional committed relationship. It's a card of marriage. It can mean a lot of different things. But to me, I feel like this feminine is saying, I know I have planted the seeds. I just have to stay true to myself. And this Judgment, answering the call, and the Page of Pentacles, little baby steps is fine. I'm just going to stay over here and be patient and remain true to myself. Sometimes with the Hierophant underneath, it could sort of insinuate that for some of you, not all of you, what's bubbling up under the surface is a strong desire for a conventional committed relationship, 1-to-1, not 3. And that's perfectly legit. So, what was being manifested? Ten of Swords. I think the ship's coming in with the Ten of Swords followed by the Knight of Cups. I feel like the feminine was calling in this Knight of Cups, somebody to come toward them with love, with their heart on their sleeve, very romantic. But something happened in the middle of the whole shebang. The Ten of Swords would indicate it didn't come off very well. It didn't go according to plan. And that could be why the masculine is now creating a plan as the Knight of Pentacles, because I feel there was an absence of a plan here and something kind of got sidelined real fast. I don't think the feminine saw it coming, because if you look at this, it's like their back is turned, and then come the 10 swords. I don't think they saw it coming. I think they thought that they were finally, their ships were coming in the form of a Knight of Cups, and it didn't happen, right? There's the Lovers. Didn't happen underneath, Gemini. Didn't happen. They wanted it to, but that's why we end up here with the Three of Swords. So possibly an opportunity for reunion. That's kind of also what the meaning of the Judgment card is. And the Feminine drawing it in, calling it in, and boom, it was just cut off. So Lovers is also a card of union, reunion. Poor Feminine here with all the Seven of Pentacles energy. My gosh, you're getting a double whammy. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, and there it is. There's your card, Libra, and the Wheel. I'm going to take these three. That makes perfect sense. So what I see happening here is heavy-heartedness, a little bit of heartbreak, not totally destroyed, but that one had to sting, right? That one had to sting. And I don't think you saw it coming if you're here as the Feminine. So we're sort of still staying patient around this third-party energy, which is very hurtful. I feel you thought, if you're here as a Feminine, I feel they thought that the third party was out of the picture or dispensed with or done with, whatever. But I don't think that choice was made fully, and it backfired. This is what's coming through, so if it doesn't speak to you, it may not be your reading. And I feel like you're kind of waiting for it to come back online or to be, like, completely ghosted. The five, like, there's seeds planted, and you're patiently having trust. You're patiently trusting that the seeds you've planted will sprout and then bloom or grow or flourish or whatever. And I feel, though, that part of what's hurting here is that you can't access the warmth of the connection. You're on the outside looking in, left out in the cold. There's some abandonment here, some sense of it. At the very least, it's like a deep level of insecurity because something got ripped away from you. These people, right, are suffering here. So that's what I think the Seven of Pentacles is almost like you're not sure. You're trying to kind of deal with it in real time through patience and almost a sense of trust. And then what would be motivating you here, Feminine? Yeah, moving to smoother waters, getting beyond the turbulence and the chaos. Peace of mind. Perfect for a Libra, especially if you're here as a Feminine Libra. And then there you are, Libra with the Wheel of Fortune. Right here, Sagittarian energy. How perfect for Sag season. So almost to say that the balance and the fairness, maybe some vindication. For some of you, it could be a divorce or a separation or a legal conclusion to some matter, a legal matter, but in the absence of a legal process, it's just something finally gets resolved that becomes fair, restores the fairness and balance, all in divine time. It'll be fate. And I almost feel in a way like you're saying to yourself, if you're here as the Feminine again, sometimes I talk to one side and then I talk to the other, so I hope that's not too confusing. I just sort of feel like you're waiting it out. You're hurt, and I feel like you got hurt, but I'm not sure. I feel like the forgiveness is already there because I'm not sure it's this masculine's fault. I'm not seeing fault here. I'm seeing like, oh man, we thought we were there. We're not there. And so I'm feeling more bummer energy than super deviousness. I feel there is someone who is not wanting to let go, and here is the masculine wanting to do things the right way because they care about their reputation, right? Whether it's out in the community or in their family or whatever, or their job. And they want to do things in a fair manner, in an honest manner, with high character and integrity, which is great. Yes. Queen of Wands. Little fire energy. She keeps showing up. Yes. Ten of Cups. So I feel almost as if this this does feel like a little bit of a breakthrough. King of Swords, Queen of Wands, Ten of Cups. A happily ever after is in the forecast between a King of Swords and Queen of Wands. In this case, I feel the Queen of Wands is this feminine, in their power, feminine. That doesn't mean you have to be a fire sign. You could have fire in your chart, Aries, Leo, Sag, emphasis on Leo, but that's not really what's important here. I feel the energy is about the chemistry, the attraction. I think this person, this King of Swords, is very attracted to the Queen of Wands, and that's why they're kind of interested in the happily ever after. But I'm going to tell you, if you're here as the feminine, watch out, because there is another person in the picture. You already know that. So if there is no person in the picture, I'm not giving you new information, then this is not your storyline. And I just feel like someone's going to make it very, very difficult for this masculine to finalize that, you know, put an end to the third party. Okay, so in the extended, I'm going to pull one card to see what you need to focus on. Even if you're not in communication, even if you're separated, it's okay. This is something that you watching can work on, focus on, put all your attention to. What is the block, the challenge, or the dynamic between the two of you around that issue or situation? And then what can you do about it, or what can you expect to come of it? And we'll clarify all of that. A lot of time, not always, most of the time that gives me good information for what is really going on up here. It's like just a deeper dive. Then we'll look at what messages you're trying to send each other energetically. What do you want each other to know? And then in the reading, and then a message to you, Libra, from your higher self, spirit, or the universe. We'll see what your spiritual team has to offer in the way of advice, or something to be on the lookout for, or a pep talk, or whatever wants to come through. And then the outcome position will be, what can you expect going forward? If timing is a factor, it might show up there. But we already have the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Pentacles twice, which means ain't nobody going anywhere anytime soon. So just kind of buckle up. All right, dear Libra, the link to the extended is in the first or second sentence below for the one-offs. If you're interested in the monthly subscription, that's a little further down, but when you click on the monthlies, be sure you read everything, because it kind of works different than Vimeo. So just want FYI. But I'll be there in a second. I'll see you there or in a future reading. Take care, Libra. Bye-bye.